ora koutou, my name is Charlotte Squire. I'm based in Mohua, Golden Bay, the beautiful place that it is, and I run two little newspapers called Climate Love. They are focusing on low carbon, climate friendly projects in all sectors of our communities, and I've got one in Golden Bay and one over the Takaka Hill in Nelson. So this is the first of my how-to videos. A friend of mine who works in a sustainable business recently said to me, how do you do it? How do you stay up through these times of uncertainty, of climate change, of COVID? How do you stay okay? I love this question because I put heaps and heaps of energy into staying up and taking care of myself, and I think it's something that many people struggle with, including myself at times. So I have 6 things to say. Number 1, some days I'm not okay, and that's okay. I try to remember to take care of myself with love and hold myself in a place of kindness, sort of as if you would take care of a little girl or a little boy, maybe a 3-year-old. Perhaps you as a 3-year-old, how would you take care of yourself if you were 3 years old and you were struggling? You had the bottom lip thing going and you had the tears welling in your eyes. What would you do with that 3-year-old? I would take that 3-year-old in my arms and I would hold her and I would be with her until she felt just a little bit better and then ran off to sit in her favourite bowl. Number 2, connect in with your place of power daily. So for me, years ago I studied Seido Karate in my 20s, and within that I also learned Zen meditation. And what I learned there from the Zen master was about in my belly, in my gut, was what they called the hara, or the place of power, which I've come to call it. So I connect daily back to that place in myself, and when I come back to that place in my gut, you know what they say about a gut feeling, I physically put my consciousness in my gut and sit there, and it seems to ground me, and somehow it does feel like my place of power. This leads me to the subject of meditation, which I learned all those years ago through Seido Karate. I still meditate most days, because meditation serves to slow my brain down. They call it monkey mind, you know, when you've got the chattering brain and it can take over and you can lose perspective. So the way that I do it, and there are many ways to do it, is I watch my breath going out slowly and in slowly, and I observe my thoughts as if they're clouds in the sky. So I sort of detach from my thoughts, and it was a revelation to realize I could detach from my thoughts. So I sit and I focus entirely on my breath, and I practice returning and again. It's a practice to that. Your brain will never stop wanting to offer up thoughts, but what this can do is slow down your brain. And for me, that can calm me down and allow things to flow a lot easier for me. My 4th thing, something else I do, is I focus on what I want, not what I don't want. This was a revelation for me to discover a few years ago now. What I realized was that if I shift my energy to what I want to create in my life and try and not focus so much on all the things that are upsetting me, those things still happen around me in my life, but my focus is a lot more positive and I can stay a lot more well in myself. A good friend of mine once challenged me to take all my fiery, passionate energy and focus it positively, only positively. And she said, imagine what you could do with that. That stopped me in my tracks, and I've been doing it ever since. And she was right. Taking the passionate energy that some of us have and focusing entirely on what we want out of life rather than what we don't want, and pushing up against something, can make a real difference. Number 5, fill yourself up. I fill myself up as much as I can with things that I know make me happy. Activities such as I take my dog out for a bike ride because he's such a fit, athletic, gazelle-like dog. He must be trotted alongside my bike because I can't really jog fast enough. I'm too hobbit-like to be able to keep up with my dog as he trots. So we go for bike rides all around the place, and I get sweaty, and I'm out there in the community, and I'm out there in nature, and I come back and I feel really, really good. I've got the endorphins, and I have a shower, and I feel clean and fit. And I love going to a cafe, the Dangerous Kitchen here in Takaka, and hanging out with my friends. It feels like a treat. Those are 2 things I love doing. Whatever it is that you love doing, do those things as often as you can, or versions of them. The 6th thing that I want to tell you, and that I remember to tell myself, is that your natural state is a place of ease. If you're not in a place of ease in yourself, keep reminding yourself to return to it. Our natural state is in a place of happiness and of ease. If you don't believe me, trust me, it's true. I guess I didn't used to believe it either, but it is a natural state to return to again and again, and it's a practice. So gently, in small steps, working on returning to that place and catching yourself before you get too far away from that place. And we all get far away from that place some days. That's normal, that's human. But remembering that that is our natural state, to feel relaxed and happy and safe, and honouring ourselves enough to return to that again and again. What I do notice, it's not just one big thing, but it's a mix of many little things that keeps me well. One thing I realised years ago was that it's the basic needs that we all need to take care of. Am I tired? Have I had enough exercise? Have I had enough social connection? Have I had enough water, enough food? Just taking care of those basic needs can mean things flow a lot better. So that was my answer to your question, my friend. Now I have a question for you. How do you stay up? What are some tips that you'd like to share with people about how you stay okay, how you feel you're well every day? So I'd love to hear what you think on my website, charlottesquire.co.nz. Head over there. You'll see a blog post about this very subject, and leave your comments, please. Are you an environmental change maker? Are you someone who wants to make a positive difference in this world for your people and the planet? Is there something that you struggle with in terms of your communication, in terms of your well-being, as someone who wants to make a positive difference in this world? I would love to hear from you and do my best to answer your questions. Remember, you were born at a time when it's 100% possible to use your unique strengths and skills to create successful projects and businesses that also happen to be really, really good for the climate. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.